say while they're still plugging up, how much we appreciate y'all coming, how much we appreciate, we got word today about the Diamond Awards, and that we were nominated again for this year, and we appreciate that. But there's so many good artists out here today that were also nominated for Diamond Awards, so y'all don't forget to log on and go vote. This is just the top 10. And then that, I think in June, it'll go over to the top 5. So go ahead and start voting now, and as often as you can. Y'all ready? We're actually doing stuff tonight that we had not planned to.
Yeah, we're not doing new stuff. We're pulling out some old stuff. First one is an old inspiration song. If y'all know it, you feel free to sing along with us. We would appreciate the help. Just to hear Gabriel's trumpet sound when I wake up to sleep no more. Rising to meet our blessed Redeemer with a glad shout I'll leave the ground when I wake up to sleep no more. When I wake up to sleep no more. Jewels adorning, happy I'll be on heaven's bright shore. Telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no more. Oh, glory to God, I'll have a new body changed in the twinkling of an eye. When I wake up to sleep no more. And I'll be leaving behind all trouble and sorrow, bound for that city up on high. When I wake up to sleep no more. When I wake up to sleep no more. Jewels adorning, happy I'll be on heaven's bright shore. Telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no more.
Jacob Patterson on the banjo tonight. Give him a hand. When I wake up to sleep no more. Happy I'll be on heaven's bright shore.
Telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no more. Oh, when I wake up to sleep no more. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that stopped by the booth this week. You've been very encouraging, and we appreciate that. This next song we're going to do is off our second album back there. This is a song my mom wrote. Yeah. Yay! It's the one and only song she ever wrote. I reckon she said, well, I got it right the first time. Why worry? I'm done. That's the last one. This is a beautiful song, though, called Because of Me.
I know what it's like to feel lonesome. I know what it's like to feel sad. I know what it's like to feel heartache, but mine don't compare to the ones that Jesus had. Lonesome, he felt that day at Calvary. He much. And let me say thanks to you. This song, this next song we're going to do is the one that was nominated. It's in the top 10 for the Diamond Awards again. And it actually went to number 1, I think, back in November on the Bluegrass charts. And we could never thank God enough. And people like you and Vonda and all our just all that you do. We know that it's not about us. We know that we're not the ones. If it's not about Jesus, then we're here for the wrong reasons. Amen. Let's give it to Him tonight. And this song says King Jesus. I hope you enjoy this. And we'll close.
Woohoo! Yes, the song. Come on, yeah.
King Jesus, I know you hear me when I pray. King Jesus, I know you hear me when I pray. When I'm down here in trouble, you send an angel by my way. Well, if you're sick and afflicted and you don't know what to do, you just call on King Jesus and He'll see you through. King Jesus, I know you hear me when I pray. When I'm down here in trouble, you send an angel by my way. They put old Paul in prison about the midnight hour, but he began to call on Jesus and he heard his prayer. Jesus, I know you hear me when I pray. When I'm down here in prison, Lord, you send an angel by my way. Well, I've been in the valley, but I'm on the mountaintop, and I'm looking in that city. Oh Lord, I can't stop. Jesus, I know you hear me when I pray. When I'm down in the valley, Lord, you send an angel by my way. Get out, Jake. Well, I've been in the valley, but I'm on the mountaintop. I'm looking in that city. Oh Lord, I can't stop. King Jesus, I know you hear me when I pray. When I'm down in the valley, Lord, you send an angel by my way. When I come through the valley, Lord, you send an angel by my way. Thank you.
Eagles Wings, did you enjoy those, folks? I guess you're supposed to be me in the season.
Yeah, I was just, I
Talking.
didn't want to run over Eagles Week when they were coming out there, but I should have hurried a little bit faster, shouldn't I? It wasn't that good. Y'all give them one more round of applause, would you? We love us some Eagles Wings, that's for sure. That's for sure. Well, we've got another great group coming out. It's some of my favorite people, and they have been in the showcase today and yesterday, and they're hometown folk. They're right around here, and it's the Cannells, and the two young Cannell girls. Today is their birthdays. Y'all wish them happy birthday, would you? Make welcome the Cannells.
Happy birthday to
I don't know who's getting older, me or them, along the way. Listen to the words of an old song that reminds us that if you're in the Lord, all is well in Him. Amen? What a blessing it is to serve a wonderful, powerful God.
When peace like a river attendeth my way. When sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. With my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. My sin, oh, the bliss of this glorious thought. My sin not in part, but the whole. Is nailed to the cross, and I bear it no more. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, oh, my soul. And Lord, haste the day when my faith shall be sight, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll. The trump shall resound, and the Lord shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. With my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. It is well.
How about the canal? You know, harmony doesn't get any prettier than that, does it? You know, I love a lot of the new church music, but one thing I miss are those beautiful harmonies that I grew up singing in church when I was a kid, and that brings back a lot of memory when you hear people singing like that. Amen? Well, we've got another group that's from around here pretty close. And I know it's one of your favorites because I saw Rob ask how many went to the Clear Vision breakfast this morning, and several of you raised your hand. Had some great singing, some great preaching. It was a good way to start the day. I wish you'd put your hands together and make welcome the Clear Vision Quartet.
We're going to do something just a touch different tonight. I looked at the program and saw that we are right before the award that is given for a very, very good friend of ours in honor of him. And we had the pleasure of knowing Mike. We had the pleasure of fellowshipping with him on and off stage. And I believe if he could be here tonight, this song would be his testimony. Listen to it. Once I was lost in my sin and confusion. I cried out for someone to show me the way. Then Jesus found me, and all things around me were changed. When I knelt to pray, and I owe it all to Him. Yes, I owe it all to Him. Jesus saved me and changed me. A new life He gave me, and I owe it all to Him. Now I'm not a preacher, and I'm not a teacher. All I can tell is what happened to me. Things that had brought me so much despair, they were settled when He set me free. And now I owe it all to Him. Yes, I owe it all to Him. Jesus saved me and changed me. A new life He gave me, and I owe it all to Him. Yes, I owe it all to Him.
If you were here last night, you heard us when we told you that tonight something special is going to happen. And I want to introduce to you someone that's here that's going to be a part of this presentation. In fact, he's going to be the one that presents this award. And his name is Cole Watson, and Cole is with Exodus. Would y'all make him welcome?
How y'all doing tonight? Good. Y'all glad y'all been here? Had fun? Good. Last year I was honored to be presented an award that was in memory of my dad. Of course, I'm gonna say he was a great man. I think he's one of the greatest men ever walked the face of the earth. But I know a lot of people feel that way too. But it was totally unexpected last year, and I was honored, truly honored, to get the award. And so Vonda messaged me earlier last week, and she asked me if I wanted to come tonight to present it to the next fella in line to receive this award. So I said, absolutely, I'd be honored to. And I just read who it is. And I'm trying to fight back tears because I know that this man meant so much to my dad, and he means a lot to me as well. And he was a good friend. He's a good friend to me. So Tony Shepard, would you come up here, please?
Go, Tommy!
Go, Tiny.
They expect me to talk. Mercy, Lord. I love this man right here. We had a lot in common. That boy right there, I love him just like a brother. But I guess this was about 5 years ago that I had the pleasure of meeting Mike Watson at Creekside in Tennessee. And I want to tell you, never had anybody hit it off with anybody like I did that man that night. And I miss Mike every day. We used to talk every day, and I tell you what, there'll never be another one like Mike Watson. And I want to thank you guys, and I just don't know what to say. But thank y'all.
Mike used to tell me, he'd say, are you keeping Tony Shepard straight? And I'd say, really? And I'd say, I'm counting on you to keep Tony Shepard straight. And he'd say, I talked to that boy last night on the phone for I don't know how long. And if Mike ever loved anybody, and when his sweet wife, Becky, walked in a few minutes ago, she wanted to know who won the award. And when she found out, she said, yep. She knew who her husband would have wanted to have that award. What we need to tell him, I'm at a loss for words for the first time in my life.
Hey, why don't we tell them about the concession stand?
There you go.
That's always good because I always think about food. Remember, we have food in the back. We've got barbecue sandwiches, nachos with barbecue, or if there's still any left, it's called the Rob, which is nachos, barbecue meat, chili, and sour cream.
Is that nachos for Yankees?
No, it's called the Rob.
The Rob.
It's called the Rob.
Kind of like the brown.
Yeah, because I invented it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
mine.
Gotcha.
Now, if your doctor complains afterwards, it's called the Vonda.
Got a question for you. Did you guys enjoy the preaching last night? Do y'all think that's something that you'd like to have each night at Southern Gospel Weekend? Did you really enjoy it? Do you know that 2 folks got saved last night? After that, it was worth it all. It was just a wonderful night, and I loved it. I just wondered what y'all thought about it. And you know what? It's hard to find all of you to ask you a question, so we just ask them up here.
That's
What
it.
y'all think about it?
Hey, you know what we didn't do? By the way, Donnie and I did this earlier. Donnie Williamson, of course, is one of our board members, and this lady here, she wasn't here earlier, but she does tireless amount of work She did a ton of stuff for this year, and we appreciate her so much. Give her a round of applause, Vonda Armstrong.
Oh, well, we got something to do.
No, we can do it after if you want.
Okay, well then you introduce them.
Do you want to do it now?
Yeah.
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So
this isn't really organized, is it?
By the way, yeah. Hey, you know Creekside's coming up, and no, we have a lot of great time. Hey, if you're from the area, you can listen to WPIL 91.7. It's dear to my heart because I own it. You can also listen online at WPILFM.com. And it's a lot of fun. Vonda's got a great show on there every week and plays a lot of great artists. A lot of the artists that you see here on the stage each and every week. So you want to tune into that every week. She's on every Friday. It's called the Strictly Southern Show with Vonda Easley. Also, if you're back.
Armstrong.
Damn. Well, I've done it about 4 times this week. So where did you come from?
This side.
Okay. Scared me.
I went and got what you
snuck
told
up
me.
behind me. You ready?
I'm ready.
You going to do that?
No, you are.
I am? Hey, we are excited about I love these guys. I've known them forever. Blessed to call them friends and partners in business and just great fellowship with them. I call him my Southern Gospel pastor. And just recently, they had the #1 song, not only in the Singing News, but also on the SGN Scoops chart. And tonight we'd like to honor them with a plaque for their #1 song for February 2019, and that's the Williamsons.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. You know, we're always excited when folks recognize what we do, but I got to be real honest. When I get a recognition from Scoops, it means a little bit more because they're my dear friends and have been for a long time. These people believed in us before anybody else did, and I don't forget that. And we thank you guys so much. Bless you.
You're welcome. Darren just called me a mic stand, by the way, with my jacket on, so I appreciate that so much.
That's funny. Hey, one other thing. Rob said something about me working hard, and he said something about Donnie. But I wanted to say something about Rob. Whenever we do an event anywhere, wherever there's one put on, we have one big vehicle that puts the word out, and that is SGN Scoops Magazine. We love the artists that are here, and a lot of them advertise in the magazine, and that's what helps keep the magazine going. It is the only vehicle just about that we use for Creekside Gospel Music Convention. And without Rob having the magazine and WPIL, the radio station, we wouldn't have the turnout that we have at Creekside and here and at some of the other events. So I want y'all to put your hands together and give Rob a big hand, because we do appreciate him. We all love to pick on him, but we appreciate him very much, and we are so happy. And if you wanted to subscribe to the SGN Scoops magazine, you can do that. Here, Paula's got some forms out there, and you could sew into the magazine, our vehicle.
That's right. Hey, why don't you put your hands together one more time for one of the best groups in Southern Gospel music right now. They call Oklahoma home, the Williamsons.
Well, here's that song he was just talking about. You know, I've been a Christian longer than these guys up here have been alive, but I've never regretted the day I ever lived for Jesus Christ. Not a moment, not a mountain, not a mile.
There are days my heart feels heavy and I struggle now and then, but victory with Jesus is always sweet. If I could go to the places I've already been, Lord, I'd do it all over again. And I would face every moment tasting what I could not see, but each time he worked all things for my good, so I would walk by his side through each triumph and trial, every moment, every mountain and every mile, and I would face every moment that he's brought me through. I climb each mountain I've already climbed, and every step I have traveled, he's been faithful and true. So I won't live again by his side. Every moment, every mountain, every mile, every step I have traveled, he's faithful and true. So I won't live again by his side. Every moment, every mountain, every mile. Oh, every moment, and every mountain, every moment, every mountain, every mile. Praise the Lord.
Isn't God faithful? Amen. Let me take just a real quick moment and tell you who's singing to you in case you weren't here last Thursday. I'm Donnie Williams, and this is my wife, Lisa. We make up the Williamson family, and again, what an honor it is to be back with you this Southern Gospel Weekend. I'm going to skip to the end down here and introduce this young bass singer. He has been with us a long time. In fact, our daughter will come out and sing another song with her here in just a minute. And when he first came, she was just about this big. And now she's taller than her mama is, but one of the finest bass singers anywhere you want to go. May welcome Darren Hebert from Oak Grove, Louisiana. And I say to this young man for last, because this is his first time to be at Southern Gospel Weekend. I told last Thursday how that our longtime lead singer, Carl Rice, is having to leave. His mother is terminal. He's got to move back to South Carolina to care for her. And to just add additional injury to the family, his brother was killed 1 week ago today and had his memorial service today. So that's where they're at right now. But we've been working on this for the last 2 or 3 months. Bo is going to step up and fill this position. Make welcome Bo Chester from Conwall, Oklahoma. Now, Bo is my brother-in-law, and he's Lisa's younger brother. We have an interesting family dynamic, as I said last week, because I'm a little bit older than my wife, and then he was adopted when she was already grown, nearly. And so that's how I ended up with a 22-year-old brother-in-law. But I want to take just a real quick moment to tell you how Bo came into the family. Lisa's parents were foster parents. And they got into foster care because they had 2 daughters and her mama wanted a boy. So she thought that might be a good place to find one. And DHS called her up one day and said, "We have a baby boy just born." Said, "Could you take him?" And without hesitation, she said, "Yes, bring him on." But it didn't take long to learn that the reason he was in the custody of Department of Human Services is because when Bo was born, he was what has become to be known as a drug baby. His biological mother had done crack cocaine and alcohol the whole time she carried him. So when he was born, he was addicted to all the same things that she had been addicted to. Very sad situation. He was full term, but only weighed about 4 pounds. And Lisa said they brought him to the house, and I've heard her tell how that for 3 months or more, they had to just wrap him up in a blanket, and it got worse in the evening, seemed like, and they just walked the floors, and he would have tremors as he withdrew from drugs and alcohol. Had grown siblings, wouldn't have anything to do with him because they just assumed there'd be something wrong with him. They didn't want to have to deal with it. But you know what? I think a lot of times Christian people are guilty of giving some of the same attributes to the devil that only belong to God. See, the devil doesn't know everything. He's not all-knowing, like only God is all-knowing, and the devil can be caught off guard. Did you know that? He can be caught off guard, and that's exactly what happened here, because what he intended for bad, a life he intended to destroy, he didn't know that DHS were going to put him in a preacher's home where the whole family knew how to pray. A few years ago, he graduated at the top of his class at Kanawha, Oklahoma High School, got a full-ride scholarship playing his trumpet at East Central University, and Ada just graduated there a few months ago with a 4.0 grade point average. I think you turned out all right. And now he's going to be our full-time lead singer with this ministry. But I tell you what, I didn't tell you all that stuff to brag on Bo, because he's just a sinner saved by grace like the rest of us.
Yes.
But I told you that to brag on the God we've been singing about.
Yes.
And just use that as an example that if you're going through something in your life, if he's big enough to handle something like that, he's big enough to handle whatever you've got going on. Because he is a great and an awesome God. Listen to him. shall come. He'll come with a shout of acclamation, and he'll take me on home. No, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I shall I'm bowing humble adoration, and then proclaim my God. worthy. He is deserving. Well, Sadie, our daughter, came out and sang for you the other night with her Uncle Bo, and we got a lot of comments on that. Thought we better bring her back again. You know, we do this because we believe Jesus Christ is coming again. We think it may not be too far away. And here's an old church song called "The Message of His Coming."
Gladly may we hail the message of His blessed appearing. Soon He's coming in glory, tell one and all. Then awake, ye saints of the Lord, why summer will end is nearing. But get ready for the final call. We're looking for His coming in the clouds of heaven, coming back to earth to catch away His own. Then may we all be ready when the midnight cry is given to go and reign with Christ on His throne. Gladly may we hail the message of His blessed appearing. Soon He's coming in glory, tell the one and all. Then awake, ye saints of the Lord, why summer will end is nearing. But get ready for the final call.
We're longing for the glory that awaits the faithful, who shall overcome and every conflict win. Press ever bravely onward, the prize is life eternal for all who win the fight over sin.
We're praying for the advent of our blessed Savior, who has promised life to all who trust His grace. His coming now is pending, the message being given. Soon we'll see our Lord face to face. Gladly may we hail the message of His blessed appearing. Soon He's coming in glory, tell one and all. Then awake, ye saints of the Lord, why summer will end is nearing. But get ready for the final call. Gladly may we hail the message of His blessed appearing. Soon He's coming in glory, tell one and all. Then awake, ye saints of the Lord, why summer will end is nearing. But get ready for the call. Gladly may we hail the message of His blessed appearing. Soon He's coming in glory, tell one and all. Then awake, ye saints of the Lord, why summer will end is nearing. But get ready for the call. Then awake, ye saints of the Lord, why summer will end is nearing. But get ready for the final call. The final message of His blessed appearing. Soon He comes in glory, tell one and all. Then awake, ye saints of the Lord, why summer will end is nearing. But get ready for the call. Then awake, ye saints of the Lord, why summer will end is nearing. But get ready for the final call. The final
Have you enjoyed the wings tonight? God bless you. So good to be back at Southern Gospel Weekend.
Come on, put your hands together for the Williamsons. Did y'all enjoy that? Yeah. I was bored, so I came here and took a mic from people. I hope that's okay. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah. Some of you are not loud enough. Well, I was here the other night. You know how this works, people. You don't get to stare at people. How y'all doing tonight? There we go. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bring the next group up. How many of y'all like country music? Anybody like country music? How many of y'all listen to country music? Let me see your hands. If you listen to country music, bunch of heathens. Good, good, good. Okay. All right. So this next group up here, man, they do a little bit of everything, but I love Dennis and Leslie. They're incredible people. Dennis has an incredible testimony. Well, I guess I should say in addition to your already good testimony. But if you haven't heard it, man, make sure to go back to the table and talk to him about it. I don't want to give a lot away, but I'll just say I doubt Dennis is going to eat at a Subway anytime soon. That's correct. But he has an incredible story about what took place a few months ago, and just to see how God's moved in life. And it's one of those things where, you know, you always think about stuff and hear how God's in control, and, you know, and a lot of people say those. I didn't do it. A lot of people say... You just got to say that right off the bat. Make sure it's not your fault. That's how you do that. But a lot of people talk about how God's always in control, but then they don't necessarily see it themselves sometimes. They're waiting for that. And that wasn't the case. But man, Dennis, he shared his testimony the other last night when we were at dinner, and he got the chance to kind of talk about it, and it was just incredible to hear it. If you weren't there at Midnight Prayer, man, you missed it, because to hear him talk about it was absolutely incredible. So I just love these people. You guys are fantastic. And they have a trucker. I will say this. Your hat has a very vital role on our bus. So I'm going to tell you this real quick, because they have a really cool hat back here, the McKay Project, trucker style cap. And it stays right at the front of Yellow Bus. And this is why. At night, if one of us is driving and everybody else is asleep and we stop to get fuel and you get off the bus, if you decide to wake up and go into said fuel station, your job is to take the McKay hat and put it in the driver's seat so I don't leave you behind at the truck station, okay? That's how that works. Because when I get back on the bus, I ain't coming to look for you, because when I got off, you were sleeping. So put the hat in the seat, and that's how I know you're there. So it has a very vital role, okay? So it's very, very important. So yeah, it's got a good role. But you guys are going to love these people. Would you please make them welcome the McKay Project here tonight?
That's important to me.
That's important to me.
All right. For those of y'all that may not be aware of what just happened, I went to the wrong chord because I was looking at that ceiling fan. Yeah, so artists, don't look at the ceiling fan while you're singing. It will mess you up. All right, we're going to do a little something for you. It's a little bit different. And I know it's different because we're different. All right? But I want to tell you who we are. How many of you see a McKay Project for the very first time? Whew, that makes me feel so much better because I didn't recognize y'all either. I thought, man, I'm losing it. But my name, I'll get to me later. This beautiful creature standing right over here next to me, I tell you, I am so fortunate. Yeah, you know it, Jack. And that'll make you want to holler, Roll Tide.
Come on, Jack. Roll Tide, just one time.
But this beautiful lady standing next to me, I am so thankful God placed her in my life. And
No dogs.
she loves me with all her heart. So you better not mess with me because I'll stick my wife on you. And I do love her. Would y'all make her welcome at Oxford, Alabama? Her name is Leslie McKay.
Thank you very much. And this gentleman on my left over here playing the guitar, who plays a lot of different things too. He's multi-talented and an incredible guy, and I'm so thankful that we get to do this together. Would you please make welcome my husband, Dennis McKay.
All right, we are from Columbus, Mississippi, and y'all know one thing that we like down here in the South, and that's some Jesus, number one. We love us some mama. Amen. Can I get a big amen? And most of us like us some good barbecue. And a lot of people like some good blues. Come on now. This ain't the church house, so your pastor probably ain't even here. Go ahead and fess up. All right. And I traveled, before I got back into gospel music, I was raised in gospel music, and I took a wild spin through my life for about 15 years. I refused to be in church or have anything to do with church, and I got to go on the road with some well-known rock bands and country bands and a blues band, and I tell you, I always loved that blues music. My dad taught me how to play guitar on playing bluegrass music, stuff like Wildwood Flower. Stuff like that. And so I did that, but I tell you, the first time I heard me a blues lick, well, I said, oh, I like that. And so I locked myself up in my bedroom and I learned how to play me some blues. And then years later, I went on the road with the blues band. And then I got back in church and started serving God, and I found myself in a situation. I love playing the blues, but I didn't have nothing to be blue about anymore. So I told my wife, I said, baby, we got to do a song. I got to be able to play some of my blues licks now. And I said, I tell you what, let's just pick us out an old song. We'll put a blues groove to it, and we'll call it Rhythm and Praise. So we're going to do you a Rhythm and Praise song right now. And this is an old song you're probably going to recognize. It goes like this right here.
Oh, y'all can do better than that. That's pitiful. Come on now. There you go. See, the more you woo-hoo and holler and stuff, the better they gonna do. That's how this works, okay? Some of y'all are thinking this is a Frozen Chosen church. That's not gonna work tonight. We gotta get them videos. Y'all know the truth. We're all up here laughing because we've all sung in those churches before. We sang in one time. I'm just gonna tell a story because I gotta get unplugged anyways. We were at a church one time. I kid you not. I swore everybody took a shot of Novocaine before we got started. We sang, we clapped, we danced, we did everything we could, and they just stared at us. And at the end of the night, they all walked up to the table and said the same thing. That was wonderful. I said, I didn't even think you was awake. That's okay, though. So here's the thing. You get involved and have fun. How many of y'all enjoying the gospel music, though, this week? How many of y'all enjoyed it? Liking it? Having fun? Good, good, good. Oh, y'all staying out here. How y'all doing? You're back. You're going to back her up. You're the backup band now. McKay is now the backup band. Okay, so you literally are the backup band. You backed right up right there, didn't you? You're the Ordinets. Okay, there you go. Well, this was the Ordinets. I'm not even going to start that. This young lady right here is absolutely incredible. The first time I met her was last year in Creekside. You came up with the McKay Project. We were doing a television show, and she got to come in, and we got to meet her and hang out with her. And she is, I'm telling you right now, she's the next big thing in Christian country. She's going to be incredible. Y'all going to love her voice if you haven't already heard it this week. But here's the thing, I don't really know, but besides for just your guitar, we've been talking backstage, sharing stories. I don't know a lot of other stuff, how you got into this. How'd you get into singing this music here? You can go ahead and tell a little bit. You ain't got to, life story it or nothing.
Well, I was born in 1988. Actually,
my sweet mama.
My sweet mama. I actually got into country music first as a child, and
As a heathen.
As a heathen, yes. But we bookended our heathen shows with gospel music. So.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as it's in Jesus' name. That's how you end the sentence, folks. In Jesus' name. That's how you make it better right there. That's all you gotta do.
But I traveled and sang in opera houses and schoolhouses and stuff with my grandpa from the time I was 3 up until probably middle school, and then I got busy. You know how kids do.
Well, I'll tell you what. I love her voice. I love her spirit and just her style. So here it is. So would you please make welcome Miss Jessica Horton? Come on, make some noise for her.
This next song is a song from my new project called Both Feet In. I hope you like it. She raises her hand for prayer each Sunday when the preacher man calls for names.
Though she didn't say a word, it was understood that her heart had something to say. And at a small country church with a stained glass window, she abandons her doubts and fears. And with a great cloud of witnesses, she stands up tall and says, God gets the victory here. Oh, God has been so good to me. He hears my every prayer. Reba McEntire. I know He'll deliver me from the pit of my despair. No, I don't know the when or how, but I know He never fails. God has been so good to me. He hears my every prayer. He stumbles down the aisle, it could take a while for that man to walk the line. He had prayed the prayers, but to his despair, he could never quite get it right. Until the Holy Ghost fire started in the choir and met him deep down in his soul. And with the dead man gone and the new man rising, this man has been made whole. Oh, God has been so good to me. He hears my every prayer. I know He'll deliver me from the pit of my despair. No, I don't know the when or how, but I know He never fails. God has been so good to me. He hears my every prayer. He's so good. He's so good. Is He good, y'all? He's so good. Oh, He's so good. God has been so good. He has been so good to me. My every prayer. I know He'll deliver me from the pit of my despair. No, I don't know the when or how, but I know He never fails. God has been so good to me. He hears my every prayer. We're just going to do one more for you, and you're going to recognize this one. This is one of my favorite songs, and it's so intimate and personal. I gotta get my breath after that one. But this song takes me to a place that not many songs can take you. Do you know what I'm talking about? When you just hear a song and immediately your soul quietens, and you're still, and you're there. You're where you're supposed to be. You can close your eyes, and it's like you can almost see Him. I come to the garden alone. with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever sound of his voice is so sweet. The birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is real. With me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
What y'all think of that? Ain't she good? I wanted her to sing Fancy last night at dinner. They wouldn't let me let her do that, though. They got mad at me. Y'all know that song. Don't act like you don't. Look, you would, yeah, y'all know it. That's just like, we go out sometimes with our group, and man, we sing anywhere the doors are open. We sing at fairs and casinos, prisons and presidents, everything else. And everywhere we go, especially if it's one of those outdoor fair places, you know, where they ask us to sing family-friendly country music, because they didn't read the whole website, the whole With the Jesus Kick part. They didn't get that. And we go out there, and one of the first songs we always do is Elvira. And I'll tell you, that's the biggest church song I've ever seen. They all know every word to that song. We sing a hymn, and they don't sing half that stuff. I don't know what that is. We'll kick into When We All Get to Heaven, and they're singing Watermelon. We do Elvira, and everybody's out, Elvira! They know that song better than anything. I don't even... Bunch of heathens, but that's okay. Well, this next group coming out here, y'all gonna know them, but I'm gonna talk something about it real quick because Scott has started something new. How many of y'all know who Day 3 is? Anybody know who Day 3 is? Yeah. Some of you didn't woo-hoo. Apparently you don't know who they are. Okay, we're gonna work on them. But Scott, this guy back here, he's got his back to you, but he's important. I'm gonna tell you why. How many of y'all are getting in, or you know somebody who's got one of the new cars that doesn't have a CD player? Y'all know what I'm talking about? How the new cars are coming out without CD players? Because now that's becoming an option you have to upgrade to. That will make no sense. But Scott has recently started something pretty cool that's called Southern Gospel Downloads. And what it is it's a site that you can go to, get a little download card. All you have to do is go to your computer, put in the site with a code, and the CD automatically drops onto your computer. And then you can put it on your phone or on USB drive and use it in the car, which makes it really easy for those people who don't have one in their car. So that's something pretty cool that we're trying to make sure to give everybody a chance to get Southern Gospel into their car, because I love listening to Enlightened. It's a great thing, but sometimes I want to listen to some other groups, and so that's why you got that option. So Scott has that, and you're back there looking. So if you want more information, go talk to him later about that. But I'm going to get out of the way and let these people get to singing for you. Would y'all make welcome Day 3 singing tonight? Come on, make some noise! Y'all keep your hands together.
And I can get excited hallelujah, then I'll have no fear. Yes, then I'll have no fear. One more river to cross, one more mountain to climb, one more valley that I gotta go through, leaving my troubles behind. One more battle with the devil, and then all you'll understand. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah, holding to his nails scarred hand, holding to his nails scarred hand. There's been a lot of people talking about me since I walked this narrow way. This is just another little valley. I came through it when I prayed. I've climbed a lot of high mountains and I've crossed a lot of little streams. But when I see old Jordan cold and dark, that'll be the last for me. Yes, that'll be the last for me. One more river to cross, one more mountain to climb, one more valley that I gotta go through, leaving my troubles behind. One more battle with the devil, and then all you'll understand. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah, holding to his nail scarred hand, holding to his nail scarred hand. Are y'all glad to see Mr. Terry working on the keyboard tonight? One more river to cross, one more mountain to climb, one more valley that I gotta go through, leaving my troubles behind. One more battle with the devil, and then all you'll understand. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah, holding to his nail scarred hand, holding to his nail scarred hand. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah. I'm going through with Jesus, hallelujah. Holding to his nail scarred hand, holding to his nail
I've heard a lot of testimony this weekend. And how many of you know you still got power in the blood of Jesus Christ and there's healing? Amen?
I have a source of strength when I am weak, that takes me through when life is pressing me, and I have a source of power from above. I'm covered over by a
song we're going to do, we just found out it was nominated for top 10 on the Diamond Awards. One of our most requested. No matter how hard you fall and how many times you fail, that does not make you a failure. Amen? So long ago, he'd seen Goliath falling after he'd thrown just one stone. But now David's standing so far from that victory. His sin, no one's fault but his own. We sung a song. How many of you were here for Clear Vision's breakfast this morning? The ones of you that here know what an amazing time it was, and the pastor brought such a great message. And he ended with a statement that I've heard all my life, but it hit me today like it's never hit me before because of things that we faced, struggles that we go, and things that we face on the road. He said, if God be for you, who can be against you?
Yes.
I think about Lazarus when he died and was in the tomb. Mary and Martha sent for Jesus. Jesus didn't come. Jesus came late, said, Lazarus! And he walked out, raised from the dead. I think about Mary when Jesus had passed away and they crucified him on the cross and he was in the grave. Mary was scared and began to weep. She turned around and she said, Mary. And immediately she knew it was the Master. What's great about that is God still calls people by their name today. I don't know what you brought in tonight. It may be salvation that you need. Maybe it's a lost loved one you're praying for, or maybe it's just a situation in your life with your finances. God's still calling you by your name. One day he called, Scott! And this old flesh had to fall away and my spiritual man came out. Tonight he could be calling your name. Don't leave tonight if you don't know him as a personal friend.
He was the gardener when she met him on the road. She had gone to see the tomb where Jesus lay. And when she heard this stranger speak, Mary, I'm the one you seek, she ran to the disciples, and through her tears they heard her say, when he spoke to me, I knew it was the Savior. When he spoke to me, he called me by my name. The stone that sealed my heart with fear rolled silently away. For when Jesus spoke, I knew I'd never be the For years I walked without him, living only for myself, but that only led to pain and misery. And in my heart I heard him say, child, there is a better way. So I knelt down at his feet, felt his mercy cover me. When he spoke to me, I knew it was the Savior. When he spoke to me, he called me by my name. The stone that sealed my heart with fear rolled silently away. When Jesus spoke, I knew I'd never be the The stone that sealed my heart with fear rolled silently away. For when Jesus spoke, I knew I'd never be the same. Never be the same.
Don't you just love these folks? You can always tell who everybody loves because y'all respond to them whenever they walk out on the stage. And I heard that big applause, and I love that song that they sang, but I also love that when I fail, but I'm not a failure. I'll never forget, just about to do a radio show one Friday morning, and the little lady called me, and she said, will you pray for me? And I said, I sure will. And she said, you know, I don't think I've ever done anything in my life very good. She said, I woke up this morning and I just feel like a failure. I said, well, when this show starts in a few minutes, I'm going to play you a song. And I played her that song right there. I fail, but I'm not a failure. What a song that is. Let's give them one more hand. They did a great job. I want to introduce you to these young ladies right here. I guess now for a little over a year, I've had the privilege of working with them and doing their radio. And Alicia came to me the first time, and she was telling me all these things about I'm going to send you a song, but I got to go into the studio and I got to cut this off, and it's this many seconds too long. And I thought, oh, these people are going to be fun to work with. She's doing her own CD and she's cutting the end off and making it right. I thought there's no telling what's going to happen. Well, little did I know that not only was she a great songwriter, she also loved the Lord. Her songs were anointed. We started sending out songs to radio, and just recently they had their first top 80 in the Singing News magazine. So, do not ever, ever, ever be underestimated when you see somebody. Don't ever underestimate what God can do, because God has truly done a work in this group. They are Mercy Fail, and I want you to make them welcome, okay? Yeah, Mercy Fail and friends, Jessica said. We were back there backstage, and day 3 got through, and Jessica looked at me and said, well, we could go out there and be day 4. And we could just keep on going, couldn't we?
Hey, we need a lead for this song, Vonda. Are you available?
You want me to sing it with you? Is that the words? I'll try, y'all. Hold on a minute. Come here. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Break. Ready? Break? Okay. Vance, we like a lot of monitor. Any stacks would be appreciated.
Submitted to his will. He knows exactly what it's gonna make before the process even starts. He can spin a shapeless lump of clay into a unique piece of art. Get on the wheel, get on the wheel, get on the wheel, get on the wheel. Let the potter mold you with his hands into a vessel he can fill. Cracked and could not heal. Each one lay there useless until the potter's mighty hand. He put that clay back on the wheel and made it whole again. So get on the wheel, get on the wheel, get on the wheel, get on the wheel. And let the potter mold you with his hands into a vessel he can build. You're transformed inside out, and then he'll put you through the fire, and his work will leave no doubt. You're going to be a masterpiece fashioned by the potter's hand, and if you fall, he'll pick you up, put you on the wheel again. So get on the wheel. Put the Dixie Chicks to shame, because y'all got 2 more.